An excerpt from Jeff Kinney's Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, Hard Luck. Thursday. We're having Easter at Grandma's house again this year, which kind of stinks, because Grandma's house isn't very kid-friendly. The only thing she has that's even close to a toy over there is a stuffed elephant called Ellie. Grandma bought Ellie as a chew toy for our old dog, Sweetie, who lives with her now. But Sweetie tore off Ellie's trunk, ears, and legs on the first day he had it. So now you can't even tell it's supposed to be an elephant. If you're a kid, that's all you've got for entertainment at Grandma's house, and there's only so much fun you can have with a stuffed bowling pin. Poke. It wouldn't be so boring at Grandma's if Sweetie could still play like he used to, but Grandma has fed him so much dog food and table scraps that at this point he's basically a beach ball with legs. Plus, Grandma dresses him up like a little person now, so I think he's just really depressed. Every once in a while, when we have dinner over at Grandma's, we try and have a little fun with Sweetie anyway. One night we found out that if you sneak up behind him when he's sleeping and make a raspberry sound with your lips, his ears perk up. Then Sweetie sniffs his rear end for the next 5 minutes and goes back to sleep. Me and Roderick do that over and over, and Sweetie had the exact same reaction every single time. But one night, when Dad gave it a try, it totally backfired. Ugh. Even though Grandma's house is boring, Easter actually used to be pretty fun. When Great-Granny Mima was still alive, we'd always have a big Easter egg hunt at Grandma's. Mima was Grandma's mom. No disrespect to Mima or anything, but if I ever have grandkids, I'm gonna be the one who chooses what they call me, not them. And I'm gonna go with something basic like Grandpa or Granddad, because I don't want to end up getting stuck with some goofy nickname for the rest of my life. Happy birthday, Poopsie! Ah! I'm sure my great-grandfather wishes he could change his name, but he's about 93 years old, so there's really no point now. Would you like me to mush up your carrots for you, Peepaw? Eh? Anyway, Mima was in charge of putting prizes in the plastic eggs for the Easter egg hunt. She'd stuff them with things like candy and change, but every so often she'd drop in a $5 bill. Then she'd hide the eggs inside Grandma's house and in her backyard. After Easter brunch, all of us kids would go to Grandma's backyard and get ready to fill up our baskets with as many eggs as we could find. Ready? Set? Mima used to overdo it with the eggs, though, and hide way more than she needed to. In fact, I'll bet you could go out in Grandma's backyard right now and still find enough to fill up a basket. Sometimes I'll find an egg at Grandma's in a cabinet or stuffed between the couch cushions. A few weeks ago, Grandma's toilet wasn't working, and Dad found a pink plastic egg in the water tank that had probably been bobbing around in there for years. When Mima got older, she wasn't as sharp as she used to be, and she started putting strange things in the plastic eggs for prizes. One year I found a green bean, a bottle cap, and a paper clip in my eggs. That was the same year Manny found dental floss in one of his. And I can tell you from experience that a used tissue sounds exactly the same as a $5 bill when it's inside a plastic egg. Shake, shake. The last Easter egg hunt we had was the year Mima passed away. At her funeral, Mom realized Mima wasn't wearing her diamond wedding ring. Everybody was all in a panic because that ring had been in the family for 3 generations, and apparently it was worth a lot of money. After the funeral, the family went to the rest home where Mima and Peepaw lived and turned the place upside down, but they couldn't find the ring anywhere. It got pretty ugly after that. Great Aunt Beatrice accused her sister, Great Aunt Martha, of pocketing the ring for herself. Then Aunt Gretchen said Mima promised her the ring, so if anybody found it, they needed to hand it over. And before you knew it, the whole family was at each other's throats. So that's how things ended the last time we all got together, and it's probably the reason we haven't been in one place since. I think the whole ring situation really shook Mom up. She said she hopes no one finds Mima's ring, because if someone does, it could break up the whole family. But if that means no more visits from Aunt Gretchen and her kids, I have to say, I'm all for it. Rah! Thank you for listening to this great story. Let me know what other stories you want me to read out loud to you.